when a man is married, it don't mean nothing because look at Papoose. Y'all say he's still married to Claressa. To Remy Ma, and he with Claressa Shields, and guess what y'all said? Y'all said Claressa said she
Hold up. Tony Gaskins is back at it again, and this time he's putting a spotlight on Claressa Shields and Papoose, basically saying this situation is not what people think it'll be if a baby gets involved. What's good? This is Anonymous T. Yeah, where we spill it low-key but keep it real. Hello, hello. Tap in, YouTube. I hope everybody's having a solid day, sending nothing but good vibes, positive energy, and blessings to every single one of y'all watching right now. And listen, everything I'm saying is alleged, just my personal take, strictly for entertainment purposes. Nothing here is meant to be taken personal. We keeping it compliant. Now let's get into the real talk, the meat and potatoes. Today's topic, Claressa Shields, Papoose, and Tony Gaskins, because the whole buzz around someone allegedly getting pregnant by a married man has added fuel to what Tony's been saying. And honestly, I feel like y'all need to hear this perspective. Because let's be real, people always try to dismiss these conversations like, oh, it's just bitter women talking. They throw labels, single, mad, broke, uneducated, you know the script. But hold up, now you've got a man married for nearly 2 decades who gives relationship advice stepping in with his take, and that changes the energy a little bit. So what we're about to do is break down how his commentary connects directly to the situation with Papoose and Claressa Shields. All right, let's really listen in on this.
world, when a man is married, it don't mean nothing because look at Papoose. Y'all say he's still married to Claressa. To Remy Ma, and he with Claressa Shields, and guess what y'all said? Y'all said Claressa said she want to get pregnant. So now, I need you to understand something. This is a bigger sign. This means more. When you have women with a name who can get money, willing to become the baby mama of maybe millionaires, maybe thousandaires, they ready to become the baby mama of married men. That right there is a much greater sign. That right there tells you we down bad and you got to come up. You got to elevate to a place where you are undeniable. Where if it's any quality out there, you are quality and you gonna attract that quality. That's where we coming to. We coming to that place where you gotta elevate. Otherwise, you're gonna be relegated to being a baby mama of a married man. If you don't elevate, you and your baby gonna be on semi-light because you're gonna be up a creek without a paddle. And I'm gonna tell y'all women something. Stop having kids for financial security. You cannot be secure off somebody else's money that's not yours, that's not your husband, that you have no rights to. That is how y'all getting finesse. Now let me help you understand it from a male perspective. As men, we just want to see our seed from a woman that we think is good looking. We want to procreate with what we believe is good genes. Men don't care. And I'm speaking in generalities. Of course, I'm not literally in this group, but I'm still a man. And I want you to understand that. So just for the sake of conversation, I I'm not saying me, but you get what I'm saying. Men don't care if we ruin your life. Men don't care if we not in our child life. Men don't care if we waste 5-7 years of our life. Men don't care. Men are not like women. Men not built like women. A man will impregnate you just to take you off the market and make you one of his bees. And you are a fool if you will allow a man inside of you unprotected, and then you will carry his baby, and that's not your husband. You are a fool. What his seed gonna look like? And now I'm gonna tell you, if his child come out handsome or beautiful, he gonna look around about 6 months old, 1 month. That's gonna determine what he gonna do for the child. If the child come out and the child go to looks challenged, like looking like different, and this man is not her husband, he finna give up on that child. Because he didn't love her enough to marry her. He didn't love her enough to give her a real commitment. He's not gonna commit to that child. If he don't like the way that child look, if he feel like if that child is special needs, if that child have anything going on, he leaving that child. He leaving that child, and guess what? You played a part in that. Because you are an adult woman with a brain. And you chose to lie down with a man who's not your husband. When it's men out here who got millions of dollars, who look good to y'all and telling y'all a man will wait. You don't have to give a man a baby to get commitment from him. He will wait. If you don't want to make him wait until marriage for sex, that's your choice. Keep your head up. God bless you. We praying for you. But at least love yourself enough to make the man wait until marriage for a baby. Because this is the thing that y'all not thinking about. Marriage can be dissolved. You can get a divorce. A child cannot be dissolved. A child cannot be divorced. So what are you doing? Why bring a whole child into the world knowing that no child in the world wants to be without a father? No child has ever said, I don't want a dad. Now, they can grow to accept that. God made children resilient. They can learn to accept that. But by the time they accept it, they accepting it with anger. They accepting it with pride, with frustration. They've cried, they've hurt, they've toiled. They went through everything their little heart can go through before they can accept the fact that their father does not love them.
All right, hold up. That was Tony Gaskins, and the full video runs about 30 minutes. But listen, I'm not gonna lie, he cooked. He really broke the situation down and called it exactly how it looks. Now, for those who don't know, Claressa Shields has been very vocal about wanting a baby with Papoose. First it was 2026, now it's 2027, so we'll see if that actually happens or if plans change again. But let's be real for a second. Tony Gaskins hit the nail right on the head. Why put yourself in a position to be a baby mama when you have the money, status, and options to date and marry someone who's actually available? And hold up, Why push so hard to be claimed by a man who's still legally married? I don't want to hear the excuses about they've been separated or it's complicated. If that's the case, then why hasn't he filed for divorce? That's the real question. And from how this looks, it seems like Papoose has seen enough to know this isn't something he wants long term. Then Tony also touched on something deeper, how men can treat situations differently depending on feelings, circumstances, even how things play out with a child. And that's something people are not thinking about. What if things go left? What if complications come in? That child could end up in a situation they didn't ask for. Now add in the constant need for online validation, arguing with people, blocking critics, going back and forth. It shows this situation is hitting a nerve. Because if it didn't matter, you wouldn't respond like that. And let's be honest, there's no clean win here. Does Claressa Shields really believe having a baby with Papoose is going to stop him from moving how he moves? Is that going to replace everything he already has in New York? I don't see it. And listen, the block is hot right now. It feels like there were things not fully disclosed, especially when it comes to that situation with Maserati Bud. I don't believe for a second Papoose knew the full story up front. And with receipts still dropping, yeah, that's not a good look. And whoever advised that Angela Yee interview, that move backfired heavy, because now people are calling out inconsistencies, timelines, statements, everything is getting picked apart. When multiple people come forward with PR statements, receipts, and timelines that contradict your story, that's when things start to unravel. Because now it looks like certain claims were exaggerated for attention, only for more proof to come out showing ongoing communication, calls, FaceTimes, all of that. So this whole "I don't know him, he's just a fan" narrative, nah, that's not lining up. And let's talk about this baby angle again, because it feels like this push is about securing something long term. But hold up, if this goes left, the only thing that might get secured is a legal situation. We're talking court, child support, all of that. That's a whole different type of mess. But yeah, I had to get on here because Tony Gaskins was